see the world a bit to lose at the trial. What is left and what is right? I made the worst mistake one can make, pretending and playing blind.
Hello everybody, my name is Walty, and welcome back to Death Stranding 2. In between the videos, I did absolutely nothing.
Hello!
Yeah, I had planned on doing stuff, building roads. It did not happen. Fun little reason on why it didn't happen. I got to Googling horror games to play after I finished this game, because I'm craving another one. And I heard the Fatal Frame series was good, so I was trying to figure out where I could play it, and found out that you could play it on the PlayStation 2, but they have somewhat of a port on the PS3. So then I went ahead, found that port, got the port, and then spent the rest of the time downloading that port. So I got Fatal Frame 1, 2, and 3. Also a random game called Siren and God Hand, because I accidentally put too much money on my account.
Sam, by linking up the various sites farther to the north, you'll eventually be able to establish a connection to Hartman's facility. In short, it's time to tackle the northern part of the continent.
Hartman's here?
Start by bringing the F2 South Distribution Center into the network. Some of the staff there are former residents of Cape Fort Knott who managed to escape the city before it was swallowed up by the tar. In addition to overseeing distribution operations, they also protect the facility from would-be assailants. Unfortunately, local chiral contamination levels are extremely high, leading to disturbing reports of paranormal phenomena near the facility. The cargo you're tasked with delivering should aid staff in dealing with this issue. Accept the main order from this delivery terminal to proceed.
Well, in all fairness, where is it exactly? I was wondering because there's a heart-shaped place somewhere here. I guess that's this. I was kind of wondering if this had something to do with it, because when you look at it from this angle, it looks like a heart.
This cargo has been designated Do Not Submerge.
Okay. My fucking repair. Oh, there we go. Had to maneuver my chair a little bit. I got it scooted over.
Order accepted. Thank you.
I was going to take the car. Mostly because I don't really need to worry about this too much. Look at the battery on this. It just makes sense to take it. Also, if we're not supposed to submerge, this would probably be the better thing. But I am expecting there to be BTs in the area, which will cause us not to have the car. That's why I grabbed the other stuff.
Commencing route creation. Delivery route.
I'm actually going to use this for once. I'm going to try to go around it. It's always better to try to go around the BT area, unless you're like delivering cargo quickly. we're officially in the BT area, no matter what, I guess. It is all about how far you get into it, though. Also, in the first game, they made the terrain really annoying for cars in a lot of sections. And in this game, the cars aren't that annoying. Well, I can't hardly see. Once again, it's my TV being adjusted differently than the recording. You want the recording to be a little brighter for YouTube. Eventually, I'll make like a... not a guide, but kind of like a guide for starting out on YouTube. Obviously, I don't have hardly any room to talk, but, you know, I'll make it helpful. I can't tell if I'm in the BT area or not. Like, I'm not seeing the little thing, the stick-up thing, the BT scanner. No. You don't want to get in the red. It can get your car stuck if it's deep enough. If it's deep enough, wide enough, and your car is like a motorcycle slash this, it'll get stuck. You gotta balance it out. I'm glad you're enjoying the ride, Lou. But yeah, they've made driving cars way more convenient in this game because the train supports it better. The train didn't support it very well in Death Stranding 1. So because the train didn't support it, it meant it was encouraged to use your feet. It's not really encouraged to use your feet too much in this one. They're either going to give you loads that you simply can't, or it makes no sense to. Because with this car, I probably wasted like maybe a minute or two longer than it would have taken me to run. And that's only because I wanted to go around the BT area.
Good evening, Sam. Mr. Operator.
Security measures lifted.
Preparation in progress. No anomalies detected. Welcome, Sam.
Whoa. I don't know. From what it feels like in this game, it feels like this game it's all about... It feels more combat oriented than just taking packages. While in the first game it was more of getting there than it was anything else.
You're with Drawbridge, I presume. Yeah, you seem like a genuine article. Welcome. Hope it wasn't too hard to track. I'll just need a moment to check your cargo.
Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see how... It might get way harder once we get to the next continent. Assuming there is a next continent. I think there will be, though.
This is downright perfect. You are a master of your trade. You have been making a real... All right. Go.
Nice. A weapon component to pick up off-road automatically detects and collects nearby cargo. That could be useful.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So we've been linked up, at last. There's also the necrobiotes you brought us as well. Feels like we finally turned the corner. For our part, we've shared data for some custom vehicle components, as well as some sturdy combat boots. I'm sure the vehicle parts in particular will come in handy for combat and cargo retrieval. You need all the help you can get, because those armed survivalists waiting for you out east are far more dangerous foes than the brigands. They're a bunch of fools who won't hesitate to kill people, with no shortage of lethal weaponry. Though I'll be damned if I know where they got it. Make sure you're prepared
Pigs.
before you head their way. Speaking of which, those combat boots ought to add some serious power to your kicks. You might want to equip a pair if you intend on getting up close. Thanks again. With yours, stay strong.
Sam, you're the best. Now get yourself back to the DHV Magellan and take a load off. Just so you know, tomorrow's been doing much better. Pay her a visit when you can, okay?
Order completed. Well done.
I'm wondering if this is our new, if this is our new skeletons. Oh yeah. They named it differently. In the first game, this was the speed skeleton. Unless they just combined the speed and power skeleton into one and called it the combat skeleton. I haven't been using it for the sole purpose that I thought it was just for combat.
Yo!
What's up, my dudes?
This one's for you. Thanks for the help.
Disengaging weapons restrictions.
Take care, Sam.
Raindrops are falling on my head. Oh, just a little longer, okay? Raindrops are falling on my head. And just like the guy whose feet are too big for his bed, nothing seems to fit. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. You know this song? So I just did me some talking to the sun. And I said I didn't like the way he got things done. Sleeping on the job. Those raindrops are falling on my head, they keep falling. But there's one thing I know. The blues they send to meet me won't defeat me. It won't be long till happiness steps up to greet me. Okay. all
Raindrops
done.
keep falling on my head. But that doesn't mean my eyes will soon be turning red.
Everybody likes that song. Everybody likes that song. Drink. Give me the drink.
Are you alright, Sam? That was a gatequake just now. It seems West Fort Knott was hit hard, and their Cairo printer is no longer working. I'm afraid we won't be able to continue expanding the network until it's back up and running. Pick up your next main order via the terminal at the F2 South Distribution Center.
So, we gotta head all the way back, don't we? That's fine, we got a car. I'm not gonna lie, Dollman's kinda growing on me a bit. Ooh, I know what that is. That's one of those fucking things. We need these. Okay, it probably doesn't go very far, but we'll look. Well, that actually seems pretty cheap. Special alloys, resin. Huh. Those don't seem that hard to build. I feel like it'd probably be harder building the roads than it would be to build those. But that's it's a thing. Yeah, I'm sure that's great help. It's the what was it called? You can ride on it basically. It's like a train system. I really need to take some time and actually just do this stuff.
So you made it out okay. Those tremors were intense, but we're doing fine here. I think West Fort Knott got the worst of it, though. Your cargo has already been prepared. If you could deliver it to West Fort Knott, we need to support each other at times like these. So I'm counting on...
See what I mean by they give you so much stuff you can't pack?
Order accepted. Thank you.
I mean, we are decently far into the game, I guess. I don't really know. But I feel like that's a bit extreme. Not that I don't mind the challenge, but the problem is there's not going to be much of a challenge. We're going to follow this here all the way over there. That's because the continent, like the mountainy areas are really mountainy, but the not mountainy areas are really flat. You know, that's not that expensive. Yeah, I'll be spending some time hooking shit up. I just really wanted to get the Fatal Frame games. I've never played them. I don't know hardly anything about them. Literally, all I know about them is ghost cameras. Japanese style horror. I don't know anything about the story. No, that's about it, really. I think it'll be fun. The few things I did see on the game while looking it up to figure out if I should get it or not was talking about how it's one of the most scary games they've ever played. I don't think it'll be that way with me though. That will forever be Dead Space. Because Dead Space just triggers a apparent phobia I didn't know I had. I used to say I was like, I have a fear of spiders and shit. Because I thought it was just spiders. Well, Dead Space showed me that it's not just spiders. Instead, it's anything with too many limbs. Because Dead Space absolutely fucking triggers my phobia that I didn't realize I had. I hated Dead Space. I hated it so much. It was such a fun game in terms of combat and stuff, but I could not fucking be bothered for it. Oh, I need to spend like an hour just getting these tram rails set up. Because I could probably get most of them set up in a single night. That does not look good. But yeah. In terms of gameplay, Dead Space is superb. It really is. I just could not stand the enemy design. It was good enemy design, it really was. It just... Sorry about that. I just got my ass screamed at and cussed at because somebody ate the last ramen. It wasn't me. I really need to get my own place. But that's why I paused. Anyways. Yeah, I need to... What was I talking about? I think I was talking about Dead Space. Yeah, I loved playing through Dead Space in terms of the actual gameplay. It was a very solid gameplay. It was a very solid gameplay loop. My only problem with Dead Space... You know, this would probably be a good idea to just take this over there. Anyways, my only problem with Dead Space was the fact that Dead Space triggers a phobia, I guess, that I have. I don't know. It definitely does something, because the game terrifies me. But yeah, the game just... Whew. I'm eventually going to play Dead Space 2, probably for Halloween. I'm going to be honest, I don't want to.
Now entering chiral network coverage.
Well, this just makes a bit of sense, because the other choice would be to go over the tar lakes here, which would have taken quite a bit of time. And I felt like this would probably be quicker. It's slower than driving on the highway, but it's faster than driving across the tar. That's why I think it balances it out pretty well. Because it's definitely slower than just driving. but it's quicker in some cases. Like if I get an option to do this over like a massive canyon, I'll probably do this. It helps that it's also cheaper than roads. It's cheaper. And another thing is you can't really choose to get off. I mean, you can jump down, but like whatever you're taking to a certain location. So I think with that, it definitely balances out pretty decently.
Sam, I'm so glad to see you again. We just got hit by a massive quake. I was afraid you might have got hurt out there, or worse. Anyway, I'll check your cargo. Well, I wasn't expecting to receive this in such great shape. You're something else. It feels as though we're always leaning on you for support. Please allow us to return the favor with this. Just wanted to let you know that we're increasing.
Now display your current order grade.
Thank you so much. We should be able to get our chiral printer in working order now. I've never felt tremors like that before. Not even when the tar currents were acting up. It makes me pretty concerned about other folks living nearby. But at least the monorail you patched up seems to be none the worse for wear. Hey, out of curiosity, have you restored any of the other large mines? They'd be a great source of materials if you were ever in need. There are a few large mines in the northern part of the continent, not far from where you'll find North Fort Knot. Or where you used to be able to find it, I should say, before it was wiped off the map by a void out. As for the mines, no one knows if they were obliterated too. But if you happen to be headed that way, you might want to see if they're still around. You've been such a big... Rest assured, a lot of people are going to be singing your praises before too long. Best of luck to you with everything.
Thanks for all your hard work. Everything there seems to be in order. But one cannot help but wonder what other facilities were affected. Anyway, you can pick up your next order from the F2 South Distribution Center. This one's a rescue mission, Sam. Someone's been taken hostage by the armed survivalists, and we need you to extract them to safety. The survivalists have been known to kill people, so you'll want to take extra care when preparing for this one. Oh, and it seems the tar currents have finally stabilized. So the D3 Magellan should be able to travel without issue. Call us if you need us. All right, Sam.
Order accepted. Thank you.
Nice. Alright, let's go. I'm gonna leave the car here. Maybe I should take it. It depends on how far it is, and also, you know, a couple other factoids. Wait.
Yeah.
Just like that, Sam.
Good morning to you.
That is a sentence I did not need to fucking hear from my father. Why? Oh god. I need to fucking get an apartment. This is... Oh. What the fuck? By the way, this place looks more decrepit than last time.
Hey Sam, Charlie here. This order is a hostage rescue operation. The target for extraction is this man. He was conducting a search in a mining region when communications abruptly ceased. He went there at the behest of the Dowser, who resides at the next facility you need to link up. Take heed that the mine in question is currently under the control of the armed survivalists, a faction whose members have no reservations about using lethal force and should be considered a serious threat. To make matters worse, some of them have been observed wearing armor as well as active skeletons. Such enemies will possess increased mobility and defensive capabilities. It would therefore be prudent to bring equipment to counter the... There's no telling how much longer they'll keep the... Moreover, saving him may help us to pursue future objectives in this region and beyond. Regardless, this is a matter of life and death for the Dowser's friend. Give your preparations all due...
Alright, let's go. We're just gonna run. I've got an active skeleton and a gun.
Thank you.
There probably won't be that many of them. That's kind of a ways off, ain't it? I feel like taking the car is a mistake here. Yeah, taking the car is a mistake here. Where's my fucking active skeleton? Where the
Sam,
fuck
that
did it
vehicle
go?
appears to be locked up tight. You won't be able to take it for a drive.
Well, I didn't ask to. Much better. The active skeleton will help us run, which will help us do the flying kicks a little easier. We'll probably run out of battery before we even get there, though. 50-50, really. Because in all actuality, it's not as far as I thought it was. And there are advantages to just running.
Yeah.
For starters, you don't have to worry about losing your car. It also helps you get a lay of the land a little bit better than just driving around. Also, I just really wanted an excuse to not have to take the car everywhere. Because I feel like taking the car is almost cheesing the game to a degree. I know they're really emphasizing the use of it, but it does seem like it's kind of cheesy a little bit. Because you compare my Let's Play of the first game with this game, and you'll find I use the car very little when it comes to first getting to an area for the first time. On subsequent trips, yeah, but not on the first attempt. I can tell where I'm supposed to go. I don't need to look at the thingy again. We're heading towards that building in the distance.
Trouble nearby.
Now leaving chiral network coverage.
A word of warning, Sam. That sniper rifle doesn't appear to be equipped with a suppressor, meaning it will make considerable noise when fired. Take care not to attract the enemy's attention.
Three, four, okay. 5. Six. How many enemies are there, I wonder? Because this might be something I might have to come back to knock everybody out with later on. Ah. Okay, I see what you're putting down.
The man we came to rescue appears to be unconscious. Place him in a protective bag and get him to safety. All right, time to take our ailing friend to the Dowser shelter. We just need to figure out how to get over these mountains first.
Okay. Fuck you. I was almost out of there without being seen. The stealth's not that bad. Oh, I will admit, the stealth's pretty good. It reminds me of the Phantom Pain to a really good degree. So what we're going to do is we're going to head up the mountain and just go right across it. That is the plan. Let's start grabbing on now. Yeah, we might not need to for a little bit. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I didn't have to like try to knock them all out. In case, like in Metal Gear, if you did that, there would be like an event to trigger where the hostage could potentially get killed. And since this is made by the same guy who made Metal Gear, you know, I just wanted to make sure not to I wanted to avoid the pitfalls that Metal Gear likes to put in front of you. Man, this is like really steep. It's not like particularly hard. It's very flat. You know, in terms of like there's no rocks or direct climbing, but it's very steep.
Doubt they'll follow me this far.
Oh, thank goodness.
Fuck. Oh, almost lost it there. Lost it there.
Yeah. It's a nice song.
Oh, yeah. Whoa. That was close. That's a close one.
Give up.
Almost lost it there.
Oh, look at that. The Dowser. Number of inhabitants, 1.
Good day, Sam. Drawbridge credentials verified. Welcome, Sam.
Security measures lifted. Weapons detected. Be advised that usage is restricted inside facility grounds.
Access the delivery terminal to...
Look, he barely has a scratch on him. Were you fake sleeping? I bet he was fake sleeping.
Ah, there you are. Thank goodness. And you saved my friend, too. Give me a moment to take stock. Wow, he looks as healthy as ever, despite having been held captive in enemy territory. That's amazing. There's something special about you. I can tell. I think you might be just the person I've been looking for. This was meant to be. I can feel it. Bring me up.
Nice. Oh yeah. I'm surprised we didn't get that sooner.
Now displaying your current order grade.
So, I'm a part of the chiral network now, am I? You can't even begin to imagine how much this is going to benefit my work. As thanks, I've shared the schematic for a level 2 PCC. I sense you'll need to build all kinds of structures to deal with the obstacles you're going to encounter from here on out. For instance, this more advanced PCC will allow you to fabricate zip lines. And this zip line's design is even better than the one you used back in the UCA. I also have another gift to share. A schematic for a boost skeleton. Throw it on and it'll allow you to carry heavy cargo with relative ease.
Nice.
Prepare to be amazed when you give it a boost. You'll run faster than ever and jump even farther too. That's a signature feature. It also has shock absorbers that reduce the damage you take from a big drop. But don't forget that boosting can... Oh, and in case you're wondering, that friend of mine you rescued is doing well. His condition is stable and he's just catching up on some sleep. I can't thank you enough for getting him out. He'd gone out to secure an item I'd located. The request came from a drawbridge member, actually Hartman. He said it was essential for his research into using the beach for jumping. Anyway, I used my gift to ascertain the item's location. We knew that area wasn't safe, but my friend was willing to take the risk regardless. And despite what happened, he still managed to complete the job. I'll admit, he can be a bit reckless, but when he resolves to do something, he always sees it through. There's another request I'd like to send your way, but I'll need a little more time to get everything in order. I'm still in the middle of processing the item my friend recovered before he got captured. So, I hope you don't mind waiting.
I do, but it's fine.
You, especially since I wouldn't even be able to make this request if you hadn't saved him. Oh, by the way, do you like apples?
They're okay.
My friend brought a few back with him. It's just a shame he grabbed them before they'd fully ripened. He's got a bit of an impulsive nature, just his way. But don't worry, they'll be ready to eat soon enough. I'll send them to you then. Thank you again, Sam.
I'm glad you were able to get them out safely. That group was more dangerous than your average band of hostiles. Those weapons they were carrying were state-of-the-art. You'll need to keep an eye out for them in the future. Groups like these make me nervous about letting Tomorrow spend time outside, even though she's doing better. When you return to the GHV Magellan, you should see for yourself how much progress she's made. And get some rest. I'm sure Dahlman's tired too.
You know, they make you go to this place and sleep way more. Like, I know there was moments in the first game where they made you do stuff like this, but it's like very, very constant in this one. I mean, I don't mind it though. It's not a big deal. I'm just mentioning it. I hope they took my car's still here. It is. I didn't have to put it up. Nice.
Hey, come on.
Tomorrow. I'm sorry, but you have to stay on board. It's too dangerous to go out by yourself. And you'll have to put on your shoes.
Look at this, Tamara. They're not quite ripe yet, but I think they might.
That's not good. She's the opposite of you.
It's okay, Tamara, really. For you.
Always get up. I don't give a shit about the day and night cycle. I think it's pretty, but it doesn't really affect anything for me.
Hi Sam, had yourself a good kip? There's something we'd like to discuss with you. Mind coming to the bridge for a quick chat?
Can I...
The Pequod did his crew include
I'm not gonna watch that every time. I will take it though, it gives a boost.
Glad you're here. I thought both of you should have a say in this. Listen, about the girl, tomorrow. This is the spot where we picked her up. We're still reading Tarfall activity there, which means there might still be a passage to the other side. It's possible she could still use it to go back home.
You want to send her back to that hellhole?
If that's where her family is, it's where she belongs.
You've got to be kidding me.
This isn't her world. She isn't one of us. That chrysalis, we found her inside. It was filled with a fluid that contained amino acids. One's identical in structure to the kind found in tar.
I'm sorry, there are amino acids in tar? As in proteins?
Of course. How else did you think that chiral creatures could emerge from it? Or to be more accurate, be born from it? Some have even theorized that the tar is a sort of primordial soup.
Wait, are you saying that Tomorrow is a chiral creature?
No, not at all. Her DNA and cellular structure prove that she's human.
Well, the world we found her in was filled with the dead. Almost like some kind of beach. But Tomorrow herself is alive. She's a living human being. We should look after her here. Women and children and the weak have always been easy targets. In every conflict and disaster, we're always the first to suffer.
But even if her world is as bleak as you suspect, she may still be happier there, surrounded by the friends and family she knows and loves.
Friends and family don't guarantee happiness. Not in the least.
I feel like the person who should be deciding this is none of us, but the lady herself.
She should stay with us. Sam.
I was there. I saw her home. And it was a hellhole. We can't send her back.
All right. I'm pulling rank and making the call. She stays.
I still feel like the person...
Things have calmed down. Understood?
I feel like the person who should be able to have this decision, it should be none of us. That's my thing. I mean, like, that's my opinion on it.
Did you hear that just now? It came from the hall outside.
Sam, I can't find Tomorrow. She must have left in Magellan at some point. She's not wearing a room terminal, so we have no way of tracking her position. And the continent is full of dangers she's never encountered.
I should mention she didn't appear to have received even a single vaccination. So I decided to repurpose the batch Deadman left for Lou and gave her the full gamut. She's been immunized against just about everything, so you've got nothing to worry about on that score.
But she's still a stranger in the world that isn't her own. And I don't think she's capable of surviving out there. Not all by herself. Please, Sam. Find Tomorrow for us.
And be sure to take a weapon with you, just in case. When you're ready, check the main or...
The Magellan's unable to move temporarily. Motherfucker, the thing hardly ever feels like it's able to move. That's funny. Alright, I'm gonna call this video. If you liked the video, give it a like. You disliked the video, give it a dislike. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
No, I wanted you, but that was married. Had a lot of hoes just on my accent. In my chopper, shorty, she savage. Got a song for you, cause you ain't average. Gas fuel, take me out of illusion. Don't think I got it, cause I imagine it. Yeah, I mix it, I ain't mad yet. But I